your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day parts, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it. All right, good morning, my friends. It is 8 o'clock, getting us started on our good old Sunday morning. So far, so good. Although the moisture is starting to work its way into the area. It's a chilly start to the day. Temperatures hovering right around freezing, if not slightly below. We're going to walk you through the entire forecast. But again, the interstate system is so far so good, which was expected to be that way here early this morning, but it may not stay that way for some of us all day long, as we do have a light glaze, some light icing, especially north of Interstate 40. So grab your questions. We'll try to do a question and answer here this morning. I'm going to walk you through the forecast. Maybe you saw it already on social media or through the East Tennessee Weather platform. So if you've already seen the forecast, now's the time to come to the platform with your questions. If you've not seen the forecast yet, we've got a long forecast to go through. We're going to dive in through all the details. It's a very dynamic situation and system where, of course, we're talking about a major winter storm. Traveling's not advised. Northbound on 75 into Kentucky. We're talking about over a foot of snow across parts of the upper Midwest. Over half an inch of ice in the state of Kentucky, so power outages are anticipated throughout the day there, as well as the upper Midwest. And then here at home, we're on the southern end of that, but we will see the chance for some light snow this morning, some light freezing rain, then temperatures warm with heavy rain tonight and snow developing throughout the day tomorrow. All right. So with that said, the National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings. We've got blizzard warnings. We've got ice storm warnings. Look at this. Kansas City is under a blizzard warning. Paducah, Kentucky, south of St. Louis, and Springfield, Missouri is under an ice storm warning. We've got winter storm warnings in the areas shaded in pink, including St. Louis, Indianapolis, Lexington, Charleston, Roanoke, and Washington, D.C. And then down further to the south, we've got winter weather advisories that do include Kentucky, Tennessee, parts of North Carolina, and also Virginia. And then we've got severe weather that's going to break out across parts of the southern Mississippi River Valley. We're talking tornadoes to be breaking out. An enhanced risk has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. So general idea through 8 o'clock this morning, this is the storm system. Heavy snow across the Great Plains along Interstate 70, Interstate 80. Icing is starting to occur along Interstate 70 between Kansas City and St. Louis, along with heavy snow. And our leading edge of our system, of the warm front, starting to come on through, and that's clearly starting to spark off a little bit of light frozen precipitation. So from here on out, from now through about 2 o'clock this afternoon is going to be the window for seeing some light icing. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to get it. I think we have a better chance for snow across the Tennessee-Kentucky border today. We've already got some light snow showers in Scott County, Campbell County as well. And don't forget, you can submit your photos through the Witcher's Pictures link using the East Tennessee Weather app. If you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, download it today. Just go to your app store and search eastTNweather, all one word. It's a wealth of weather information for us here in East Tennessee, and it's all weather, no nonsense weather as well. And we're able on this platform to give you a long-form duration forecast to really break down all the details and the specifics. So everybody in the area shaded in purple has a chance for seeing some light icing, some light snow showers. Now, this runs until 7 o'clock tonight. National Weather Service has changed that. Todd Howell, local meteorologist, asked the question last night. Said, why do you have a winter weather advisory during the overnight hours when we're not expecting snow during the overnight? We're expecting it through the day on Monday. And they said, yeah, they agree. So this winter weather advisory runs until 7 o'clock here tonight. Anybody in the purple area has a chance for light icing. So I'll try to answer as many specific questions as I can, but just remember, just recall, if you are in the purple area, you have a chance for light freezing rain and light snow showers. Temperatures right now, this was the caveat, okay? And we talked about this yesterday in the last couple of days, and I've been talking to some of my local meteorologist friends as well. But here's the deal. The clouds moved in at nighttime, and I talked about this a couple of days ago. I said, if the clouds move in sooner, clouds at nighttime trap in the heat that we generated the previous day. And that's exactly what it's done. Temperatures were expected to be, 20 to 25, 28 degrees. Well, we're in the upper 20s to even low 30s and even above freezing in Chattanooga. So we're not going to see any freezing rain in Chattanooga. Everywhere else, it's going to be a question. Now, as this moisture comes in, we're going to get an evaporating process taking place because we got some very dry air in the low levels. So as this moisture starts to come on down, many of you may not even be seeing anything yet. That's virga, that's evaporation. But what it's going to do is cool that column of air down in your area to at or below freezing, at which point it would change it over to freezing rain and or sleet or snow. Does that make sense? So again, even though our temperatures are hovering right around freezing right now, our temperatures could come down a little bit more thanks to the evaporation process that's going to be taking place here with the initial onset of precipitation. Believe it or not, temperatures are running about 10 degrees warmer this morning than what we were yesterday. The other side of the story, and I'll show you your Futurecast here in a second. I posted that on social media, but I wanted to point this story out, part of the story out, because there's so many different aspects to this story and to the storm. Temperatures are, yes, in the upper 20s to low 30s right now. We're expected to stay right around freezing through about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So from now through about noon to 2 is going to be our window, our threat for seeing some light drizzle, some light freezing rain, some light icing, along with some light snow showers. Because the problem is the atmosphere is so dry, we have this little warm nose coming through just above the surface. And as that evaporation process takes place, it cools the atmosphere down, like I said, so we'll get that switch over to snow until that warm layer aloft comes racing on in, at which point it switches it over to some freezing rain. So across the Tennessee-Kentucky border, expect some snow to start, and then freezing rain, and then heavy rain, and then cold air tomorrow, and some light snow showers. So let's break it down hour by hour. We'll pick up a timeline here. Well, it's 8 o'clock, but we'll pick it up at 7 o'clock. All right. So here's 8, there's 9 o'clock. So this moisture is starting to come on through. Let me show you what it looks like on the radar right now, because this will give you a better idea of how this is all playing out compared to the models, right? So let me stop the clock here. You can see how the radar is picking up on some light frozen precipitation from, say, Cookeville, Fentress County, Morgan, into Scott County, Campbell County, maybe some light snow showers. So you can see how that initial onset is going to be some light freezing rain, sleet, and or snow. And most of that's going to be right along the Tennessee-Kentucky border. So now let's pick up our timeline on our Futurecast model again, and this will give you an idea of how this model is really doing a good job picking up on what's going on out there right now. So again, now this moisture starts to swing its way across the Tennessee-Kentucky border, north of Interstate 40 for the most part. Again, some of that moisture is starting to swing its way south of Interstate 40, south of Cookeville and Crossville, so something to keep in mind there. But here's noon today. So this moisture is going to swing its way through. Again, most of this activity is north of Interstate 40. Something to keep in mind. If you're south of 40, probably less likely to see the icing. But along Interstate 81, Cott County, Greene County, Jefferson. But notice the snowfall. Claiborne, Hawkins, Hancock, Hamblin, up towards, say, Johnson County, Carter County. We're going to see some snow showers. So that's where I think we're going to hang on to the freezing rain and snow all the way through about 2 o'clock, because when you look at the low levels of the atmosphere, that cold air sticks around that long. But as we get past about 2 o'clock, here comes some slightly warmer air. Now, of course, subject to change, give or take a few hours. If temperatures come up, we don't see any freezing rain at all. Again, we're hovering right around freezing right now. So we're already trending a little bit warmer this morning than what we were talking about even yesterday. And that plays a huge role in what's going to happen throughout the day, or what could play out throughout the day. I think anytime after about 2, maybe a couple of spotty light showers, that should be about the extent of it, okay? So our Sunday afternoon will be fine. If you want to run some errands, if you want to get out, do some grocery shopping, you'll be just fine, okay? So we'll talk about the storm coming through tonight, but let's finish this forecast just through the day today. As I told you, we've got a lot to talk about here. By the way, the current time is 8:08. If you want to head off to church this morning, by all means, just drive safe on the way home, especially if it's raining outside, or if you walk outside and it's a little slick in the parking lot, that means it's going to be a little slick driving home. So something to keep in mind if you're heading off to church. So I think the National Weather Service has really nailed down the winter weather advisory from Upper East Tennessee, the Cumberland Plateau, Tennessee-Kentucky border, down across the Southern Plateau, including Knox and Loudoun County, where we could see some light icing. When you come up to the Cumberland Plateau, let's go to the plateau. The Northern Plateau, that's where we have probably the greatest risk for seeing some accumulating ice. Could see up to 1/10 of an inch of ice. I'm not anticipating necessarily power outages associated with this, but I think back roads, interstates 127, 27, 11E, 25W, all those areas will see the possibility of some light icing, and again, the back roads and the side roads as well. All right, and again, this is north of Interstate 40. So when we're talking snow, I just wanted to show you the snowfall forecast just through 7 o'clock tonight, because remember, the initial onset of this moisture is going to be in the form of freezing rain, sleet, and snow, and so we could see right along the Tennessee-Kentucky border just through 7 o'clock tonight, 1/2 inch or less of snowfall, but icing on top of that as well. So it's insult to injury. Again, if you're joining us from Habersham, Claiborne County, Hawkins, Hancock, even Scott and Campbell County. Traveling is probably not really advised. And here's the other side of the story. Road temperatures, right? So while we may see some sleet, freezing rain, and snow, and most areas may not see that accumulate on the grassy area or on the roadways, look at our road temperatures all the way through noon today. You can see how road temperatures across the Cumberland Plateau, Tennessee, Kentucky border, even through 3 and 4 o'clock today, are going to stay at or below freezing. And that's where we're going to see the biggest impacts from this storm system. Again, Union County, Claiborne, Scott, Fentress, Hawkins, Hancock, we'll say Granger County, Hambling County, Johnson County, Carter, Unicoi. Probably less likely to see that in Sevier County as well, because road temperatures will come up. So to see how that plays a part, that's why I think the biggest impacts will be north of Interstate 40 along the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Now, remember, temperatures warm today. Our high temperature today will occur just before midnight tonight. As this cold front comes on through, our temperatures should warm into the low to mid-40s. Heavy rain overnight tonight, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. Can't rule that out. Beneficial rain for sure. A soggy start to our Monday morning. Everything's going to be wet. But we're going to start Monday morning off with temperatures right around 42, 45, well, in the 40s, okay? And then we'll see those temperatures fall. Cold air comes blasting on in. The wind increases. Cold air comes racing in. Snow develops during the day. Best locations, of course, the higher elevations, the plateau, the classic horseshoe around East Tennessee. And then this winds down Monday night, and everything is done by Tuesday. Like I said, very dynamic situation. So then when you add up all the snowfall totals, I think we can see 1 to 2 across the northern plateau, Tennessee-Kentucky border, 2 to 3 up towards, say, Mountain City. A light dusting to light snow from, say, Morristown, Union County, Dandridge, Jefferson County, Cocke County, Greene County, Sevier, and also Blount County, to a few flurries from Knox County south along Interstate 75 southbound. And I think light dusting to some light snow showers from Cumberland County through Pikeville, Dunlap, and Whitwell. So that's the story. That takes us all the way through Monday night. Either way you slice it and dice it, beneficial moisture. Remember, we have a drought taking shape around town. So we are going to see anywhere from about a third to a half, upwards of 3/4 of an inch of rain. Lows tonight drop down to 42 degrees. Like I said, we're going to be mostly above freezing tomorrow morning, but falling temperatures tomorrow afternoon. And with those temperatures falling and this air mass coming back in, this colder air mass, the wind picks up. And so it's going to be cold. It's going to be blustery. The wind and snow is going to be blowing. So the National Weather Service has issued a high wind warning now for the mountains, along with a wind advisory up towards Johnson County, where we could see winds gusting to about 60 miles per hour. Lots going on. I'll take you to the big picture coming up here in just a second. Let's go to the chat and see what everyone's saying this morning. If you have any questions, condensation, evaporation, precipitation. The water cycle there, David. I teach teach the water cycle to the kids all the time. Alice, you're very welcome. She says, thanks for the information coming in from Newmarket this morning. Good morning from Cumberland Gap. April, you have the best chance of seeing 1 to 2 inches of snow up to about 1/10 of an inch of ice. So the Cumberland Gap is going to be a mess. April, I would appreciate it once this starts. If you start seeing snow or freezing rain, would you mind uploading some photos to the Witcher's Pictures link using the East Tennessee Weather app? If you don't know how to do that, here's what the app looks like when you open it up. So you get your current temperatures. Here's your daily forecast weather updates. These are your video forecast updates. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see your video forecast updates right here and your 1 Minute with Witcher. We do have live weather cameras. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see live weather cameras. Oh, it looks like the streams are down. I'll get those streams back up throughout the day today. How about that? And then the interactive radar, which gives you past, current, and future radar, plus watches and warnings and alerts from the National Weather Service. There's your past 2 hours, current, and here's your Futurecast of 2 hours. So you can see how this is really going to start to fill in. Let me show you this Futurecast again on the big picture. Again, here's what's going on now, but if I show you your Futurecast for the next 2 hours, watch how this moisture just kind of starts to work its way eastward. That's why I said conditions will go downhill from now through about 10, and then from 10 to about 2, a light freezing rain event is moving its way into East Tennessee. That's the story. That's what it looks like on the big picture. I was showing you the app. But again, the app is a wealth of weather information, so make sure you download that today. Just search eastTNweather, all one word, or go to eastTNweather.com. But that's your future radar of 2 hours. You can see how this moisture is going to be moving its way in. So conditions will deteriorate. That's why I said, if you do plan on going to church this morning, keep that in mind. Probably don't do that if you're joining us from the Northern Plateau, the Northern Valley. If you're going to head off to church in Knox County, maybe Anderson, I think you'll be fine to head off to church in, say, Hamblen County, Blount, Sevier, Cott, Greene, Upper East Tennessee. But Northern Valley, Cumberland Plateau, as you go to church this morning and you come back out, you're probably going to have some light icing on the roadways. All right. Tammy says, we never really get anything in Newmarket. Well, hopefully you do this time around. Hopefully. Nothing in Blaine so far. Yeah, wasn't expecting anything so far. Nothing here at the golf course. Not even any frost. Yeah, well, temperature's been hovering right around freezing. Interesting, though. Melissa's relaxing at home with coffee since church was canceled. Church canceled in your community. Good. Good for your pastor. I had somebody reach out to me this morning, said their pastor didn't want to make the decision, so he was reaching out to me. So that's why we're doing a Sunday morning edition of Wake Up with Witcher to help you plan your day. Listen, it's Sunday. The impact goes down on this system because it's Sunday. We don't need to go anywhere. Do you need to go to church? No. You can probably watch online at home if you want to. All right, slight rain in Scott County. Cody, thanks for that. So a little bit of light rain in Scott County this morning, and that should be, well, Cody, it may be rain because remember, freezing rain is rain. But are you getting any icing to occur? Because remember that temperatures right now on the Cumberland Plateau are 30 degrees in Scott County and Fentress County, 30 in Scott, 28 in Fentress, 32 in Campbell, 31 in Morgan, and 30 in Cumberland County. So these are the areas that it's going to be a fine tune. I do think these temperatures will come down a little bit thanks to, I keep forgetting to show you the map, come down. There's the temperature. So again, some freezing rain. It's all dependent, and I said this over the last couple of days, it is all dependent on our temperatures because the clouds have moved in during the overnight hours, kind of kept our morning lows elevated, which may change how things progress over time. But evaporation is going to take place with the initial onset of this precipitation, so I would likely imagine that the temperatures drop in your communities, even if you're sitting right around freezing. Light snow and freezing rain will start to develop. But Cody, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Keep me up to date. Of course, any of the Witcher Weather Watchers, and I had some of you last night reach out to me wanting to join the Witcher Weather Watchers. I do have about 45 storm spotters that are part of East Tennessee Weather. It's a volunteer program. You get a free t-shirt and a free hat. You have to take the course with the National Weather Service, the virtual storm spotter course, and you can become a Witcher Weather Watcher. If you're interested, hit me up, Mike at eastTNweather.com. Mike at eastTNweather.com. Let me know, and I'll send you the link, and we'll get you signed up with all of the other Witcher Weather Watchers. It's great. Got a lot of great people that want to become part of our weather community because we're all weather nuts in some form or fashion. Let's see. Good morning from the Perception line in Sweetwater. How are you this morning, Dwayne? Portia says, good morning. I understand the weather when you explain it. Thanks, Portia. I try to, and that's what this platform's good for. Sure, you can go watch just a normal video forecast and get your forecast and be done for the day. You can watch 1 minute with Witcher and just be done with 1 minute. But if you want to know all the specifics and all the details and you want to ask questions, this is where this platform is, a full-on question and answer session. Rebecca says, morning, weather better be good Wednesday morning. It will be fine Wednesday morning. Out of here, off to New Zealand and Australia, summertime. Rebecca, I am super jealous. That is the senior trip that we have planned for my son Kipton because he wants to go to Australia. That's been on my bucket list my entire life. I will make it to Australia one day, hopefully for graduation for my son Kipton. Chris says, is it warmer also because it's arriving a little later than expected? No, because it's not really arriving later than expected. It's pretty much on time. We weren't expecting anything necessarily by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, but it will gradually increase as we progress through the next couple of hours. Again, the window is going to be between 10 and 2, basically, for the heaviest precipitation to move on through. But it's the cloud coverage. Clouds at night act like a nice little blanket, but clouds during the day keep us from warming up. So that's the other caveat, right? So temperatures are hovering in the 20s and low 30s right now. Do we warm up much from now through about 10 to noon? Probably not, because of the cloud coverage and the evaporation process that's taking place. Christy, good morning. What about Rockwood Mountain? Rockwood Mountain likely to get some light icing and then snow tomorrow. You will get icing and snow in Rockwood Mountain, so do travel safely and keep that in mind. The roads should probably become slick at some point of the game in some locations. This is not all widespread. Not everybody's going to get this. And again, it's more of a freezing rain, a little bit of snow this morning, freezing rain, and then snow tomorrow kind of event. Tim, good morning, Tim. He said we had some snow, sleet showers here in Meigs County along Watts Bar Lake around 6:30 a.m. Just cloudy and 32 now. I appreciate the report, Tim. You should become a Witcher weather watcher. Hit me up, Mike at eastTNweather.com. Let's see. Melva, good morning. This is my only weather go-to here in Cosby. I'm glad you're joining us on East Tennessee Weather. Hopefully you have the East Tennessee Weather app. Go download the app. I promise you, it's a wealth of information right there at your fingertips. Everybody has these in our back pockets, right? And it's clean, simple, efficient. It's no-nonsense weather all the time. I do 3 forecast weather updates a day. I constantly post to social media. We are here 24/7 for you, for our community, all of East Tennessee, from Chattanooga to the Tri-Cities, Cumberland County to the Smoky Mountain National Park. Let's see, what about Andersonville? Will we see snow and ice? Yes, Andersonville will likely see a little bit of snow and ice. You are in that winter weather advisory that runs until 7 o'clock tonight, so I would imagine that. And we'll see what the National Weather Service does tomorrow. They've not issued anything for tomorrow's snow, and I'll be curious to see what the schools do. We're not talking about the morning to have snow, but it will progress through the day and it's going to get colder. I think we probably have a better chance, depending on how this plays out over the next 24 to 36 hours. I think we have a better chance of maybe schools being canceled on Tuesday morning due to snow and ice that's going to linger, because we're talking temperatures to be down in the teens and 20s Tuesday morning. And so anything that's on the ground, any water, anything on the ground, we're going to get some flash freezing Tuesday morning. So it could be a little bit icier Tuesday morning versus what we'll see, obviously, tomorrow morning and what we're seeing out there this morning as well. Michelle, good morning, Michelle. Thanks for the updates. It's appreciated. Is this system heading to Northern Virginia? Do you know how it will be on Wednesday to drive back from Tennessee from there? So it's going to be interesting because we are talking about that ice storm. Let me show you, probably a good time to show you the big picture now. So you can get a better idea of how this is all playing out across the big picture. So here's a storm system. Again, we're going to run you through our Futurecast once again, see how this is all developing throughout the day today. As we get into our Sunday night, it's moving its way into Virginia. So yes, Virginia, but I think by Wednesday, we're going to be fine. However, we are talking about ice and snow through today and tomorrow. And then by Tuesday, it exits. So Wednesday, travel home from Virginia should be just fine. Hopefully I answered that question for you okay. Sean says, outside thermometer reads 33. That's the thing, right? It's all based on temperatures. If we stay above freezing, we don't get any freezing rain at all. But I still think that we're going to get some light snow showers throughout the day tomorrow. Speedwell, Cumberland Gap, nothing here yet, but you will hear soon, probably in the next 2 hours. I would say Cumberland Gap, right along the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Cody said, no ice yet, just drove into work. Well, hopefully your drive home, Cody, is okay. Ice falling Stinking Creek in Campbell County. Thanks, Marcia. Thanks for the report. It's icing in La Follette. Thanks, Courtney. These are great reports. So we're already getting icing north of Interstate 40. Great reports if you're joining us from Claiborne County, Campbell, Scott County. Well, Cody reported Scott County okay, but the moisture is moving in as we speak. What can we expect in Parrotsville? Thanks for keeping us informed, says Tammy. Parrotsville, probably not as much. You're south of Interstate 40. You are not underneath a winter weather advisory. Could you see some light icing, Tammy? Sure. Will you see some snow probably throughout the day tomorrow? Yeah. Are you going to have any major issues? I don't think so. I really don't. Nothing in Oak Ridge yet. Thanks, Tina. 31 degrees. FFG. I should know what FFG is. I know what FFG is. What is FFG? Come on, somebody. I'm pulling a blank here. Fairfield Glade. Fairfield Glade. I'm going to go Fairfield Glade, 31 degrees. Right, Jed? That would be Cumberland County. Cody McRae, good morning. My wife said you had a page with weather. We miss you on WBR. Keep it up, man. Thanks, dude. Yeah, eastTNweather.com. Clean, simple, easy, efficient way to get your weather there. The East Tennessee Weather app, Roku TV, Amazon Fire, YouTube, all social media. Go smash and subscribe that YouTube button. Then you get updated anytime I post updates. And, of course, you can submit your email to my newsletter. You can do that online at eastTNweather.com. Just click on contact and select that newsletter. I will start sending out more newsletters this coming year through email. So you can get a little bit more of information through email if you're interested in that. Again, just sign up for the newsletter through the East Tennessee Weather website. Christy, hopefully I answered that already about Rockwood Mountain. Let's see. Sean, you never got your hat or shirt? Oh, man. Dude, I'm so sorry, dude. Hit me up, Mike at eastTNweather.com. Email me right now. We'll get that taken care of today. Sorry about that, bud. Let's see. Mindy, I want to do What's Your Weather Watchers. I'll message you. Yeah. If you want to be a What's Your Weather Watcher, it is free. You get a free hat and a free t-shirt. And you can join the broadcast. Like What's Your Weather Watchers literally could chime in right now, and we can bring them on the broadcast to give us weather reports live on the broadcast. It is a community organization. This is a community organization, East Tennessee Weather. It takes you, our community, our community, to make everything go well, for the information to be passed along. And so I appreciate you passing along the information. But that's what the What's Your Weather Watchers are for during severe weather, inclement weather. Great stuff right there. Let's see. Good morning. Tom says, good morning from Carnes. Dry and 42 at your weather station, Tom? Uh-oh. Here we go. This is why we need to see how it's playing out this morning. So we are going to get some light icing. What's up, Cha-Cha? How are you this morning? We got Lisa joining us from Maryville. Good morning, Maryville. Russellville and Morristown area. What time in Russellville, Morristown? I would say over the next 2 to 3 hours. Let's see, it's 8:26. Yeah, next 2 to 3 hours, you'll probably get some light icing, maybe just some light rain if temperatures are up, depending on your temperatures in Morristown. Good morning from Scott County. Monica says, well, I'm grateful for you and what you share. Thanks, Monica. Hey, share the East Tennessee Weather platform with everybody that you know in Scott County, would you? Let them know all the different places that East Tennessee Weather is, because we cover it all. Tom, what are you saying here? 42 or 32? I'm confused on your question there, Tom. Do I think Knox County will be out tomorrow? I don't. My kids were asking me that as well. The Knox County schools? I don't. Now, do they get a half day based on what's coming in? Maybe. Are they out Tuesday? Maybe. Let's see. Lee says, was going to say 32 here at the golf course. You were going to say? You are going to say. Will we get any snow at all? I don't know where you are, Ashley. Where are you? If you have questions, let me know the city or county you're joining from. That way I can specifically answer these questions a little bit more. Like Lisa, or like Christy, I should say. Good morning from Seymour. Not underneath the winter weather. Are you underneath the winter weather advisory, Seymour? I think maybe you are. Maybe you are. No, I don't think Seymour is under weather advisory, but you're close enough to it that you could see some light icing. When it comes to Claiborne County, do you think the roads will be treacherous? I'm curious if I need to plan to settle in or do my usual visiting. I think, depending on what your usual visiting is. Well, I'm not quite sure what that entails. But, Brooke, I do think that Claiborne County conditions will go downhill over the next 2 to 3 hours. So if you need to get out and do some visiting, we've got some moisture and precipitation already starting to creep its way into Claiborne County. So I'll take a little closer view of our radar. And again, you can see how that's our Futurecast. Let me get on the radar here. Get a better idea of how this is playing out. So again, Claiborne County, just to the west of Harrogate, Tazewell, so Speedwell, Clairfield, Habersham, Jellicoe, Fincastle, probably already starting to see some light snow. Maybe some sleet showing up because we have that dry air in place. So maybe next hour to 3 hours, it will be working its way. Next hour, I'd say. Let's just say next hour. We're really going to start to see that transition taking place in Claiborne County, Brooke. Stacy says, good morning from Morristown. Do we need to worry about ice? You are in the winter weather advisory. Okay. You are in the winter weather advisory. So something to keep in mind. Again, that's the current radar right now. You can see how this little nose of freezing rain, sleet, and snow is starting to work its way into the area. And that's really going to be the story here from here on out. So we'll do this again. I'll just put it on the future scan so you can get an idea of how this is playing out. So this is going to be a Futurecast, a future scan of 2 hours. And so you can see how this is moving its way from west to east. And so, yeah, conditions will continue to go downhill. Tom, is it 32 or is it 42? I was going to say, if it's 42, that seemed a little bit unusual. I'm going to go 32. I'm going to read between the lines here. Let's see. What do I think about airport flights around 9 p.m. tonight? Perfect. Fine. No issue. However, good morning from Douglas Lake. Susan loves the app. Yay! Good morning, Susan. Thanks for downloading the East Tennessee Weather app. I do appreciate it. Let's see, any road issues expected near downtown Knoxville? Would love to drive to church 9:30 to noon without any issues. You'll probably be fine-ish because I'm not expecting a ton of Knox County, but Knox County is under a winter weather advisory that runs until 7 o'clock tonight. I think between 10 and 2 is going to be that timing. Again, you can see on our Futurecast the next 2 hours how this light precipitation, light freezing rain, light drizzle, freezing drizzle is going to be moving its way into the area. Again, maybe just some light rain depending on your surface temperatures. Maybe not quite the freezing rain event that we were expecting. Maybe more sleet or just in the form of some light rain and light snow. Nothing in Clinton. It's also 33 degrees here. Thanks, Christy. I appreciate it. Thank you from Sparta, says Kat. You're welcome. Trying to decide to go to church. I live in Gibbs. Gibbs, you're probably fine. I mean, again, over the next couple of hours, you're going to have some possible light freezing rain moving in. So something to keep in mind as you leave church. But again, we're fluctuating right around freezing here. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe just some light rain showers, maybe some light flurries flying around the area. Here's the deal. I know we all want to go to church, and I'm not a naysayer by any means. Please don't take it that way. But I want you to understand, like, I get it. We want to go to church. I understand. But a lot of churches do the online services. So with the threat of light freezing rain, light drizzle, freezing drizzle coming in, some light snow showers, maybe just a good idea just to stay home, right? It's always better to be safe than sorry, in my personal opinion anyways. And always better to be prepared, right? To be prepared. So if you don't have to go to church, maybe just stay home and do it from your couch. Maryville, I don't think it's going to see as much. Again, we will see some coming through between 10 and about 2. And then we'll see just some warmer temperatures throughout the afternoon. Amanda says, should I go to church or no? That's my concern right now. Well, hopefully you understood what I just said. Let me try to catch up on the chat. What's up, Kathy? Probably not. Just pack a bag. There we go. Pack a bag, Cody. How about the roads going to be in Union County on Tuesday? School starts back Tuesday. Yeah, I know, Tammy. I don't know. It just kind of depends on how much we end up with at the day today. I think Tuesday we have a better chance, as I mentioned earlier, if you were on, a better chance for maybe some flash freezing or some black ice because temperatures on Tuesday morning, remember, are going to come down into, let's see, here's our morning low temperatures. So Tuesday morning we're down to 23 degrees. So any standing water, any moisture around the area, we're likely to have black ice forming early Tuesday morning. But remember that we are going to have some breeze, a little bit of a wind on Monday, and that's an evaporating process. And so that's a good thing because that will limit any water or any standing water in the roadways for Tuesday morning to turn into some sort of black ice. All right. We got 31 degrees right now in South Knoxville, Island Home area. Thanks, Denise. Appreciate it. Again, that's where these temperatures fluctuate. Tracy's ready for some snow. Is Andersonville in the advisory for ice? Yes, Andersonville is in the winter weather advisory. Runs until 7 o'clock tonight. I do imagine probably over the next 2 to 3 hours, we'll start to get some light icing, maybe some light snow showers in Andersonville, right around Norris area. So prepare for that. Emma said, prepared. I made homemade potato soup and cornbread and a breakfast casserole for today. Stay in and have a great day. Emma, I'm coming over to your house. That sounds amazing. Suzanne, I'm sorry. Maybe Tuesday. And then remember, once we get through this system, we have another one on the way as we get into next Friday. So let's go back to the maps here. Let me go back to the maps and show you the big picture. As I mentioned from the beginning, travel's not advised northbound, major winter storm, severe weather is going to break out across the southern Mississippi River Valley. That's what's going to happen throughout the day today. Precipitation chances. Watch, we're going to stay rain-free or precip-free all the way through Thursday, but notice Friday. Right now, day number 6 got a 30% chance. Wait a second here, folks. So we're talking about a lot of rain. So from tonight's rainfall and Friday's rainfall, we're talking about a week's worth of rain over 1 inch. This is amazing news because we need the moisture. But the caveat on this is we could have ourselves a southern slider. Okay? What does that mean? Well, let me show you. What does that mean? That means that all this, see if I can't draw on here. I'll show you here in just a second. So all this right here, let's see if I can get my telestrate on. There it is. All this right here is what we'll have to watch for Friday into Saturday. That's a potential southern slider bringing us more snow to the southeastern U.S. That would be Friday into Saturday. And again, when you look at our temperatures, our average high is 48 degrees. We're only going to be in the 20s and 30s all week long. So now we've got that cold Arctic air set up shop. And then even as we get into next weekend, we're talking low temperatures in the teens. So as we get through this system, we need to watch closely on next Friday and next Saturday storm system that could bring us some snow. Now, again, it's going to be happening on Friday and Saturday. I'm sorry, Suzanne, for all the teachers out there. I'm sorry. Maybe another weekend snowstorm. And this cold Arctic air, this cold weather pattern may stick with us all the way through the latter part of the month. Crazy how we've just swapped and transitioned into a very cold weather pattern. Emma says, come on, bring the fam. All right, Emma, where do you live? Just kidding. All right, so we've got some sleet at our farm outside of Oneida. So that's a good sign that this is already starting to work its way on in. We've got 26 degrees in Greene County. When will the ice hit here? Probably not a ton, but probably closer to maybe noonish. Noon to about 2 if we were to see that. Then after about 2 o'clock, I think temperatures come up to above freezing. We've got 29 degrees in Harrogate. That's the concern here. 26 degrees in Greene County. 29 in Harrogate. Can you do a future outlook for the weekend of the 17th, Cody? Cody. I mean, I guess I could. Cody. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I just kicked some of you off the app. If you were watching on the app, close the app out, reopen it. I just kicked you off the app. Sorry about that. I was trying to push the wrong button. All right, Cody. You want to see what's going on next week? Here we go. Well, this will take us through. This takes us all the way through the 14th, Cody. So if you want to go to the 17th, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that for you, Cody. Let's see, 17th. Let's do this, Cody. Let's do this for you, buddy. All right, here's the 17th. We'll come to the 17th for Cody. Anybody interested in the 17th? There's the 17th, Cody. Maybe some rain showers. Because temperatures, well, maybe some snow showers on the 17th. I don't know. That's a long ways away, buddy. Long ways away. We'll dive into the details on that after we get through these next couple of systems. It's 27 degrees in Cott County. Thanks, Eva. You know it's a 50-50. Yeah, maybe not even a 50-50 at this point. Keep it cold so we teachers can have another snow day. 29 degrees in Von Nor. Thanks, Chrissy. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you joining me. It's now 8:38. Hopefully you got all the information that you've needed to know. As always, when I do these live weather forecasts, I always send you back to the 24-hour weather channel. Remember, East Tennessee Weather does run a 24-hour weather channel. And so with that, that's available on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, YouTube, as well. So you can always just check in on the 24-hour weather channel. I said it last night, but if you have an office building, a business with a lot of TVs, if you have a waiting room and you run those waiting rooms, listen, East Tennessee Weather is on YouTube. It's on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, so you can actually switch your HD TVs in your waiting rooms to East Tennessee Weather and actually provide a little bit more of a benefit to your patrons and viewers that come into your office and your establishments. We're already broadcasting in several establishments around East Tennessee. You'll notice that in some of the buildings and restaurants around town, so you can always stay on top of the latest weather forecast. Don't forget, East Tennessee Weather is everywhere. We're digital all the time. We have the capability of breaking down the forecast, really giving you an idea of what I am thinking on how the weather is going to play out. Join me on Roku TV, Amazon Fire. Go smash and subscribe that YouTube button. Download the East Tennessee Weather app and check us out online at eastTNweather.com. Join me on eastTNweather Facebook. Also, let's see. Got Mike Witcher Facebook TV, Mike Witcher TV Facebook page as well. I'm also on Instagram. That's TikTok, Twitter, Mike Witcher TV on Twitter as well. So a wealth of weather information, and we're actually broadcasting live on all those platforms right now. So no excuse not to get your weather information from a trusted source right here in East Tennessee. Go download the app and stay in the know. I really appreciate you joining me here this morning on this Sunday morning. I hope you have the most blessed day. If you are thinking about going to church, play it safe. Drive safely home if you are going to head off to church. If you don't have to, maybe just kick back, relax, and Netflix all day long. Again, if you missed any of this forecast, I'm going to send you back to the 24-hour channel right now so you can stay on top of everything that's going on. Download the app, send me pictures through Witcher's Pictures. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Wake Up with Witcher starts off at 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday. This was a special edition of Wake Up with Witcher at 8 o'clock on Sunday. Have a great day. I'm thankful. Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day part, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it. And good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Sure hope you're having a great day so far. Let's talk about the storm system at hand. We did our Facebook Live last night and really walked you through all the details. Now here we are, the morning of the event, and the clouds have moved on in, and some light precipitation is already taking shape around the area. So we do have a lot to talk about. Stick with me, and of course, we'll keep you posted on how things are playing out throughout the day on social media, so make sure you check that out as well. But we have a major winter storm on the way. Not only is it going to produce ice, heavy snow, heavy rain, blizzards, but also the possibility of severe weather across parts of Mississippi, Alabama, into Louisiana, and also Arkansas. So here at home, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 o'clock here tonight. They changed that. It wasn't in effect until tomorrow morning, but the fact of the matter is we're not going to see any snow tonight. So our precipitation for freezing precipitation ends throughout the day today, but then kind of reinforces itself tomorrow. So anybody in the purple area has the risk for some light icing, some light accumulating ice. Temperatures this morning start off below freezing. So we were talking about that yesterday. And the clouds moved on in. But it didn't affect our morning temperature. So now we're below freezing. Here comes the precipitation. I wanted to point out something though for a second, because temperatures will gradually climb throughout the day today. I think our window for seeing some light freezing rain is going to be until about 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. And you can see temperatures will stay at or below freezing through that time period. After that, temperatures come up, and so any precipitation after that should be in the form of liquid precipitation for most of us, but maybe not all of us, and I'll explain here right now. So here we go. We got some light precipitation already starting to move on in. Don't forget, you can track it with the interactive radar using the East Tennessee Weather app or online at eastTNweather.com. Gives you past, current, and future radar, kind of helping you plan a little bit. Now, this is going to be tough to track. It's going to be more so more prevalent anyways when we're talking about a line of showers and thunderstorms coming through. But from now through 9 o'clock, again, some light icing. I actually think a lot of the models are hinting at the fact that between about, say 10 or 11 o'clock this morning through about 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, we have a little batch of enhanced moisture. Temperatures will still be sub-freezing. And so watch this, between 9 and noon, you can see how this batch of freezing rain is going to be swinging its way on into the area. So again, between 10 and about 2, I think is going to be our window for some light icing, and then temperatures warm and we'll get a break from the activity. Do we see a couple of passing light showers throughout the day? Yeah, I can't rule that out, but I don't think we're going to see a whole lot anytime after about noon to 2. But then notice 7 o'clock tonight, there's our cold front. Our cold front's going to come through overnight tonight. So we'll talk more about that and our Monday storm system here in a second. Let's talk about the freezing rain forecast. From now through 9 o'clock, again, we're going to start to see a little bit of activity from now through this evening. This is the area that's going to be a little bit more of a concern. Do we see a little bit of light icing across parts of Blount, Monroe, Loudoun County, McMinn County? Sure, we can't rule that out. But the bullseye is going to be across the plateau and the Tennessee-Kentucky border, upper East Tennessee. So places like Sneedville, La Follette, Huntsville, Highway 127 and 27. We're talking about Interstate 75, Highway 25 and 11. All have the potential for seeing some light icing up to about 1/10 of an inch or so. And we could see that across upper East Tennessee as well. And again, right along the Tennessee and Kentucky border. So these are some mountainous terrains, hilly, windy roads. Watch out because they could become icy throughout the day today. Now let's talk about the snowfall forecast, because we do actually, with the initial onset of moisture this morning, all the way through about 2 o'clock this afternoon, right along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, not only are we talking about the possibility of some freezing rain, but maybe half an inch or less of snowfall right along the Tennessee-Kentucky border through 7 o'clock here tonight. So the initial onset of precipitation could be in the form of some light snow. As it works its way along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, some freezing rain and snow a possibility. Traveling is not going to be advised throughout the day there. So let's show you road temperatures, because this plays a huge role. Do we get this freezing rain, sleet, or even some light snow to accumulate on the roads? And I think the answer is yes. Why? Because air temperatures are now below freezing, but look at our road temperatures. We're sitting at or below freezing in the areas colored in blue. So this is 7 o'clock this morning. Now, we don't have a lot of precipitation out there so far, but watch as we progress through the day today. We're going to continue to see those road temperatures stay right around freezing across the Tennessee-Kentucky border. So once again, as we look at the forecast for the day today, you can kind of see how these temperatures will stay right around freezing on the roadways along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, and that's why we're going to have more concerns with icing conditions along the northern plateau, north of Interstate 40, Tennessee-Kentucky border, and upper East Tennessee all the way through this evening. That's where we're going to have the greatest effects from this whole storm system in general. Then we pick up our timeline at 7 o'clock tonight. Here comes our cold front. It's going to blast through right around midnight or so. So showers, maybe a few thunderstorms rolling on into the area, heavy rain. That's going to make for a very soggy start to our Monday morning, but a mild start. Temperatures Monday morning will be in the 40s. Then as we progress through the day on Monday, here we go. Colder air comes wrapping on in, and we're going to see some snow showers developing throughout the day on Monday. It'll start to wind down Monday night as we wring out the atmosphere in the higher elevations of the mountains. But snowfall totals, and then we'll start to see improving conditions Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Snowfall totals, when all is said and done, 1 to 2 along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, 2 to 3 up towards Mountain City, 1 to 2 across some of the highest peaks. Can't rule out upwards of 2 to 3 inches across the highest peaks. I think a light dusting of snow on the grassy areas, in even the roads. So remember, the roads are cold, right? Now, again, we're going to be wet to start Monday morning, but the wind's going to pick up, and so that's going to be an evaporating process. It's a cooling process as well. So I do think road temperatures will be cold on Monday, so I do anticipate some light snow to accumulate on the roadways like what we saw just the other day, and a few flurries down the I-75 corridor south of downtown Knoxville. I think that's what we're seeing. But generally speaking, we're looking at beneficial rain, beneficial moisture, I should say, because it's all going to add up to anywhere from a third, half, to upwards of 3/4 of an inch of moisture. Tonight's lows, by the way, start off in the 40s. So remember, I said Monday starts off mild, but falling temperatures with snow developing through the day on Monday. And that's going to set the stage for some very cold air for the rest of the week. The wind's going to pick up as well on Monday, so it's going to be rather breezy, gusty. It's a changing of air masses coming on through, falling temperatures. It is going to be a cold and blustery Monday for sure. Now, because we have the wind in place, we have a high wind warning now for the mountains of East Tennessee. Winds are going to be gusting to 60 miles per hour. Wind advisory just off the plateau, and a wind advisory up towards Johnson County and Carter County as well. Big picture-wise, let's just show you what this looks like. The storm system's moving all the way through the area. Lots of snow to our north, lots of icing across Kentucky. Travel's not advised up into Kentucky or even just to our north. Everything winds down as we get into our Monday night and Tuesday. But it is going to cause a mess with over a foot of snow possible across parts of the upper Midwest and the Ohio Valley, from Lexington to Louisville, St. Louis, I should say. Freezing rain just to the south of that, and then all rain south of that, where we are going to pick up some beneficial moisture because a lot of the southeastern U.S. is under some sort of a drought at this point of the game. So beneficial moisture, but definitely causing a mess, and travel's not advised, again, north of Interstate 40, because this is what we're going to see. And that's what's going to cause all the problems. Severe storms, heavy snow, travel not advised, basically from now through Monday, let's say Monday midday. Anyways, all the way from Kansas City to the northeastern U.S. Precipitation fades away after the storm system, but another one sets up shop as we get into Friday. This one's potentially going to bring us heavy rainfall, so we're going to add to that moisture content across the southeastern U.S., and yes, we're going to probably add more snow to this forecast because we have the cold air in place. Way too far out for any snowfall totals so far, but this is the storm system that's coming through now, and then this is the snow that will come through next week. So we'll have to watch out for the potential for that next Friday and Saturday. Temperatures are going to stay cold, so we're setting the stage for more snow to be developing across East Tennessee. Highs will be in the 30s. Lows are going to be in the teens and 20s. It's going to be brutally cold, and this cold air may stick around through the latter part of the month. So we do have a few more bouts or a few more chances for seeing some snow developing around East Tennessee. So we sure hope you have a great Sunday. Hopefully you got everything you need to know. If you're watching this right now and it's before 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be doing a live question and answer coming up at 8 o'clock in the morning on all East Tennessee weather platforms. Come in, join the conversation, ask your questions. I'll try to field as many questions as I possibly can. That's coming up at 8 o'clock here this morning. In the meantime, we sure hope you have a great day. Don't forget to download the East Tennessee Weather app. Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day part, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.